Good luck on your travels.
Wow. Well, it's Saturday, October 11th, and Jan brought me up here to Pilot Grove, Missouri to do the KATY Trail. As most of you know, the KATY Trail is the rails to trail system running from St. Charles to Clinton, Missouri, 225 miles total. And what I plan on doing this weekend, today and tomorrow, is to go 60 miles of that from Pilot Grove to Jefferson City. Here it is, 2 o'clock, and I'm sitting on the straightest stretch of the KATY Trail that I believe I recall ever being on. And I'm just east of New Franklin, and I ran into a bunch of people there at New Franklin Trailhead. One guy riding a bike asking some questions about my trailer. But on this straight stretch, most of the morning between Pilot Grove and Boonville and maybe up into New Franklin, I had really good hard top. And although this doesn't look too bad, there's a few places where it's real soft, almost like quicksand. And so I have to kind of watch it as I'm riding through there, and so that I don't get too bogged down. But found this one shade tree, so I thought I'd just take a break, get some shots of this section, and let you know I'm still doing okay. Shoot, it's been going on 3 hours since I left Jan at Pilot Grove, but as far as riding time, it's been under 2 hours. Because I have, you know, taken some breaks along the way. So we'll check in later. We're having a good time, good weather. I'm hitting a little bit of a headwind now, though. I have gone 19 miles, and I was enjoying my MP3, listening to Dave Ramsey, and man, I heard the loudest explosion. And I look down, and my rear wheel is flatted. So it looks like I'm going to have to take off my trailer and find out where this thing blew out. It actually made a pop, so I hope that the inner tube's not too destroyed, or I'm going to be walking the 7 miles to Roachport, and hopefully I can get a tire there at a bike shop. I think they do have one. They've got a rental place. So I'll get back with you here in a few minutes, and we'll find out what the heck went wrong here. I did get the tube repaired, but the problem when I was airing it up, the part of the rim of the tire that's held into the bead of the rim, it is actually torn. So when I pump any more air into it, I get a rupture on the sidewall, and the inner tube starts to come out. So it's 6.92 miles to Roachport, so I'm going to have to walk that, and I'll maybe end up camping there tonight. And hopefully there's a bike shop there, but it'll probably be closed by the time I get to it. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to cut her off here and get to walking so I can make up some time. Well, after a long day and after having a blowout on the bicycle and getting that fixed in Roachport, I finally rode on another 5 miles past Roachport to Huntsdale. And it's a nice quiet place, few campers are around. There's my tent, my trailer, there's the bike. And I wanted to keep the tire for a conversation piece when I get back home. This place here at Huntsdale is called Catfish KATY. And it costs $7 to camp here behind the store. And no fires here. Closer to the river, it looks like there's lots of campers, and of course they do have campfires down there. And as you can tell, this being a 3-day weekend, they got lots of campers down there. But I'm glad I'm going to be up here where it's a little bit quieter, because I am about ready to call it a night. Got my little camp chair here, and I'm going to sit in that. I've got my combo pants on, so I'm going to put my long pants on there. There is almost a full moon. It's a little over 3/4 full, but it's coming up right up over the front office there. In that office you can get cold drinks, you can get a shower, and they got restrooms, so it's a nice place for after a long day's ride to camp here. I would recommend it so far. Well, good morning. This is day 2 of my hike, a bicycle hike on the KATY Trail. Got up this morning at 6 o'clock. I had the weirdest dream. And I dreamed I heard this horse clop, clop, clop coming up. And I was sort of doing a cowboy camp deal in my dream. But when I woke up, I realized that I was in a park. And it was a police officer, a mounted police officer on a horse that told me, "You're going to have to get up and move. There's no camping in the park." So that actually woke me up this morning. So I got up, got dressed, went to the restroom, and then got my camp chair out, and I just sat out there. My campsite was next to a bean field that had already been harvested. And it was real nice and quiet. I could tell that the Renaissance people who were camping there last night had a fire still going, because I could see the glow down there in the trees. And they were quite active till about 1:30 in the morning. And they finally settled down. It wasn't anything disrupting. They was actually singing some pleasant music, and I laid there in the tent and listened to it for quite a while. I got up this morning, and because yesterday I didn't get to eat my lasagna since my tire blew out on my bicycle, and I was eating a hamburger and french fries while they were fixing that in Roachport. I went ahead and ate my lasagna this morning for breakfast, and then I took some pictures around Catfish KATY's place. And I would highly recommend that as a camping location for people considering to do an overnighter on the KATY Trail. Left about 20 after 8 this morning, went through McBain. McBain is an area that the sewer district for Columbia, so there's a lot of lagoons and things in that sort, but it's a clean area. I just journeyed on through there. I didn't need any water. I got plenty of water. Then we come through Eagle Bluffs Conservation Area, which has bluffs on the left side of the trail as you're going down river. And there was really some magnificent views this morning. And I'm about 4.7 miles from Huntsdale. And I think the next camping spot that's available from here, which I'll be passing, is Cooper's Landing, which is right on the river. I've been there many times in the boat, and I'll probably stop just to kind of rest and look at the river.